Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, students. We are going to start today. Reported speech we are continuing. We have already done 4 rules with you. I'll be continuing with reported speech only today. I don't know how many of you remember the rules that we had done last time. Anyways, first let me finish all the rules. Then I'll unmute you later so that we can discuss the exercises. As of now, when I'm explaining, just listen carefully. We have done with the first rule. I hope you remember. Second, third, and fourth as well. So I'll move on. I'm starting from the next one. Later, I'll be taking up a revision of all the rules which I had done. I'm moving on to rule number 5 now. Till 4 I had done. The words in the reported speech express nearness are changed into words that express distance. Though I have done it with you earlier, but I'm still revising again with you. Now becomes then. Now becomes then. Please read this table which is on the screen, all of you. I want all of you, I'm giving you 1 minute, read what becomes what. And then we'll discuss. See, beta, let us keep revising now. Now becomes then. Here becomes there. Okay. And then see the next word. Today becomes that day. Today becomes what? Today becomes that day. Yesterday becomes the previous day. Yesterday becomes what? Yesterday becomes the previous year. Then tomorrow will become the next day. Tomorrow becomes what? It becomes the next day. Last night, previous night. This becomes that. These becomes those. Ago becomes before. Tonight is that night. Thus becomes so. The next day or next week becomes the following day or following week. I hope this table everybody has read. Let's see. Atish, unmute yourself. Okay. I have allowed. Today becomes what?
That day.
Very good. It becomes that day. Excellent. Now we'll move on to the next child. Let me ask whom to ask. Aman Narula. Aman Narula. Let me ask you. Today becomes that day. Atish told us. Here becomes
There.
there. Very good. Now next question from Anadi. Anadi Gangwar. Now you will be telling me, beta. Okay. Anadi, tell me. Does becomes
So,
does becomes so. Very good.
so,
Excellent. There is somebody Oppo A7. I will not admit because I do not know any child with the name of Oppo 7. There is no child in class 10 with the name of Oppo 7. So let's move on further. Gauri Gangwar, your turn now. Gauri, tell me. Last night becomes Gauri Gangwar. Are you there? Okay. Krish Sally. Krish, you tell me. Last night becomes?
The previous night.
Yes, beta. It becomes the previous night. Too good. Let's continue. One more question I want. Lakshay. Lakshay, you tell me now. Here becomes what? H-E-R-E. Here becomes
There.
there. Very good. Two good children. Once I finish all the rules one by name, I'm going to ask you. I'm moving on to rule number 6, interrogative sentences. See very carefully. How do you identify an interrogative sentence? If there's a question mark, it's an interrogative sentence. So you're going to change the said into asked or inquired. Like a simple question, he said to me, will you go? Now this kind of a question is known as YN question, yes or no question. Because you can simply give the answer in yes or no. He said to me, will you go? So you will change the said into asked and it will become he asked me if I would go or he asked me whether I would go. Whatever is convenient to you children, you want to use if, you use if. If you want to use whether, you can use whether. But if you're using whether, make sure you know the correct spelling of whether. Now, same thing I have done, beta. I have removed comma and inverted commas, but I have not used that. Till now, what were we doing, children? We were simply using the word that. Now we are not using that. We are simply removing comma, inverted commas and using if in place of that. Okay. Next question coming up your way. Let me see. We can have this question coming to Ishanvi. Ishanvi, if there is a question, she said to me, will you eat? She said to me, will you eat? What will be the answer? Ishanvi, are you there? I'll check. I'll keep checking also like this. Monica, you answer. He said to me.
Ma'am.
Yes, Monica,
Ma'am,
please
he
answer.
asked me if I would eat.
Very good. Excellent. So she has not used that now. Very good, beta. If it's a question, simply said would become asked and you will use if. Too good. Very, very good. Let's move on to the next one. Prachi Raheja. Prachi, you tell me. Rahul asked me, will you play? Rahul said to me, comma, inverted commas, will you play? Prachi Raheja, please answer.
He asked me whether if I would play. If I will play or
Speak again slowly.
okay, ma'am. He asked me whether I will play.
Now it is correct. Previous time when you spoke, you were using both whether and if. Just use one of them. Now it is perfectly correct. You have used whether, you have not used if. All of you make clear, beta. If you're using if, don't use whether. And if you're using whether, then don't use if. Look at this. Remove the comma and the inverted commas. We have already done this. Because when we are talking about reported speech, we will remove the commas. So commas are gone. Let's see, in case of questions which are introduced by auxiliaries, is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, can, may, will, shall, has, have, had. I mean, in which the answer is in yes or no, you can start your reported speech with if or whether. Is it okay? You can start your reported speech with if or whether also. You can do this very simply. That if you look at this question. He said to me, have you done your homework? He asked me if I had done my homework. Let's see how many changes we did in this sentence. Because it was an interrogative sentence, so we did not use that, we used asked. Then have becomes what? Had, past tense. You see your normal interrogative sentence has become into an assertive sentence. Mr. John said, is Mr. Gupta at home? Now look at this sentence also. It's an interrogative sentence which can be answered in yes and no. So you can simply start and say, Mr. John asked if, see beta, inquired is written, but it's all your choice. If you want, you can use inquired. If you don't want, you can simply use asked. Mr. John asked if Mr. Gupta was at home. Always be careful that the tense has to change. Here it is, it should become was. Let's move on to this one also very quickly. In case of interrogative sentences which have WH words, all those words which have W and H. For example, we've got what, we've got where, why, whose, who, how, all of them are which words? All of them are these are WH words. He said to me, why are you late today? He asked me why I was late today. This is the same thing. Now we move on to the rule number 7. You have to look at the sentence and decide whether it's an order, command, request, advice. So accordingly, you will give the answers. Now let's ask a question from Nishant. Nishant, look at the sentence. He said to me, please don't keep me waiting so long. Is it an order, a command, or a request?
Request.
Very good. How did you get to know it's a request, beta?
And because please is used.
Excellent. Please is used. Okay. Now Priyal Gangwar. Look at this sentence. He said to me, go out. He said to me, go out. What kind of a sentence is this? Command, request, order. What is it, beta?
It's an
Okay, fine. We have the next question for Saloni. She said to me, please give me a pen. She said to me, please give me a pen. Saloni, what kind of a sentence is this?
request.
It's a request. Very good. Very, very good. It's a request. Okay. Next question for Shivam. Shivam Koshari. The teacher said to me, do not enter. What kind of a sentence? Shivam Koshari. The teacher said to me, do not enter. What kind of a sentence is this? See, if you're not answering, that means you've just entered the meeting and you're missing somewhere. I'll make sure I mark you absent for the entire week only, all the 3 days. What is the point of being here? Okay, Simpy. Simpy, tell me. The teacher said, do not enter. The teacher said to me, comma, inverted commas, do not enter. What kind of a sentence is this?
Order.
It's an order. Very good. It's an order. Let's ask the next question from somebody else. Let's have Snehal. Snehal, look at this. I'll speak out a sentence. Listen carefully. She said to me, please don't spoil things. What kind of a sentence is this? Snehal Kansal, tell me the answer. This is how I find out who is there, who is missing. Smriti, you tell me. She said to me, please don't spoil things. What kind of a sentence is this? Smriti is also missing. Moksh, I don't know how he's come today. Moksh, are you there? Can you give the answer to the sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Give, beta. She said to me, please don't spoil things. Which kind of a sentence is this?
My request.
It's a request. See, the main thing is, last one more example. Last one I'll do with you, and then I'll tell you how changes have to be done in this. So just let's do one last sentence we are going to do over here. We can ask Arohi. Chalo, let's ask Arohi. Arohi, listen to this sentence. The general said to soldiers, march quickly. Arohi, please answer. The general said to the soldiers, march quickly. Very good. Kshitij Gangwar. Kshitij Gangwar, you answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you please repeat?
The general said to the soldiers, comma, inverted commas, march quickly. What kind of a sentence is it? It's an order, command, request. Not sure? Try at least. No? Vedanshi? Vedanshi, tell me what kind of a sentence is this? The general said to the soldiers, march quickly. You also don't know? Okay, let's try with this child. Kavya. Kavya, you tell me, what kind of a sentence is this? You know or you don't know, or you're missing. I should know exactly. Is she there? Kavya, are you there? Say present, ma'am, if you're there. I'm going to note down all such names. I'll forward it to principal, sir. It's not a joke. Either attend the class or do not attend the class. Do not make fun of the system. Let's move on to the next child now. If she is not there. Snehal was also not there. I'll make sure that these children are taken to task. Let's ask somebody else. Who is Abuzar? Abuzar, are you there? Answer the question. Okay. Pratyush Agarwal wants to answer. So let's give him a chance. Pratyush? Come on, children, come on. Those names I took, they are not there only. What is going on? Okay. Let's give Pratyush Agarwal a chance. Pratyush, give the answer. Pratyush, you raised your hand. You wanted to answer, child. Tell me.
Ma'am, it is a command.
It's a command. Very good. Vedanshi, now you're raising your hand. I took your name. You were not there. Arohi has also come back now. Fine. Okay.
Ma'am,
Now
it was
see,
showing that the host is not allowing anyone to unmute themselves. So
not
that's
anyone. I'm unmuting one by one. If I ask a question
Ma'am,
from
you
you,
didn't unmute me.
I'll unmute only a child at a time so that I know who is speaking better. Be careful next time. Abuzar has also come. See to this sentence, you can change according to your own case. I'm giving one example now. You people give me the answer. Let's have it like this. The major said to the soldiers, the major said to the soldiers, do not sleep. The major said to the soldiers, do not sleep. Come on, let me see who knows the answers. I think Parth is the first one to raise hands. Parth, yes, give the answer. Parth
Command.
Agarwal, yes. It's a command. Very good. See, beta, all the official things that I discussed with you, colonel, major, soldiers, they are all commands. Simply teacher saying something or your elder saying something to you, you can take it as an order. And wherever there is a please, that means it is a request. Look at this now. All nouns and pronouns in the vocative case in the reported speech are turned into the personal object of the reporting verb. See, this is a little confusing. Shivam is raising hand. I'll certainly ask you a question, beta. The next one, don't worry. I'll give you only a chance. Shivam and Vishwansh. He said, Ankur, sit still. Look at this sentence. Now we know that he is speaking to whom? He is speaking to Ankur. And I told you earlier also that if we have an object, that means if we know to whom we are speaking, then we use the word told. So said will become told. Why said has become told, beta? क्योंकि हमको पता है, we know that he is speaking to whom? He is speaking to Ankur. He told Ankur to sit still. We have used this word to. What is it that we have used? We have used the word to. Now Shivam has raised hand, Vishwansh has raised hand. So first let's give a chance to Vishwansh. Vishwansh, look, listen to the sentence very carefully. He said, Shivam, don't move. Change it like this. He said, comma, inverted comma, Shivam, don't move. It's a little confusing. You can have two options for this. Tell me.
Ma'am, he told Shivam not to uh, not to move.
He told Shivam not to move. Very good. If you wanted, we cannot have it as a command because we don't know that he and Shivam are friends or they are elders. So it is better we don't use it as a command. Very good. Now let's give a chance. The another chance is Avika. She's raising her hand. So let's ask Avika. Avika, listen to this sentence now. He said. He said. Let's have the name of Shabd. He said, Shabd, sit down. Avika, answer. He said, Shabd, sit down. Avika, you wanted to answer. Anyway, Kshitij has raised his hand. I think we can give chance. Kshitij Gangwar, you answer, beta.
He said, Shab to sit down.
Excellent. He said, Shabd, said or told? Should we use said or should we use told, beta? Kshitij, tell me. What should we use? Said or told? No idea? Okay. Shivam, tell me we should use said or we should use told?
I'm told.
Hmm?
I'm told.
We should use told, he says. Why, beta?
Ma'am, it would be more correct.
Pardon? Why are we using told? Why not said? Who will give this answer? Why are we using told? Why not said? Okay. Who knows this? That why are we using told? Why not said? Raise your hand, those who know this answer. Priyansh Singh says he knows the answer. So let's ask Priyansh. Priyansh, why did we use told? Why not said? Priyansh does not know the answer. Okay, let's see if Krish knows the answer. Krish, tell me, why did we use told?
Ma'am, because it's a command.
No, not exactly. Let me ask somebody else also. Priyal says, who else says they know the answer? Swastik girl. There's so many people who know the answer, they say, but let me see if I get the answer. Priyal. Priyal, tell me, why did I use told? Why not said? I've not got my right answer till now. Let
Ma'am,
me
may
ask.
I tell?
Yes, beta, tell if you know.
Ma'am, because we have an object and we know with whom we are talking.
Exactly, beta. Excellent. Since so many days, I'm trying to tell you the same thing. अगर ये पता है कि किससे बात कर रहे हैं, then use told. Otherwise, अगर simply he said to whom हमको नहीं मालूम, we don't know. Then said को said ही रखे. But if we know to whom we are speaking, then you change your said to told. That was the reason I said you should change it. Now look at this sentence. It's a very special case and it's an important case. When your sentence starts with let, if your sentence begins with let, then the reporting verb said is changed into proposed, requested to be allowed. Normally requested to be allowed becomes too long, so we generally use the word proposed. Look at this sentence. He said, let us go for a walk. In place of said, we will use proposed. He proposed that they should go for a walk. Us becomes they, we have already done this. So let me ask a few sentences which start with let. The sentence is, she said, let us go for a movie. She said, let us go for a movie. Vishwansh has raised his hand. So let's ask Vishwansh only first. Vishwansh, tell. She said, let us go for a movie. No answer.
Ma'am, repeat once again.
Okay, Kshitij Gangwar. Next hand to be
He,
raised.
ma'am, he proposed that they should go for a movie.
Excellent. They should go for a movie. Listen to the next sentence. Rahul said, let us not waste time. Rahul said, let us not waste time. Kavya now. Kavya, give the answer.
Ma'am, Rahul
Tell.
proposed that. Ma'am, please repeat the sentence.
Rahul said, let us not waste time.
Rahul proposed that that they should not waste time.
Excellent. That they should not waste time. Look at this, another sentence I'm giving you. Listen carefully. Geeta said, let us finish our work. Geeta said, let us finish our work. So we are, let me see, raise your hands who can answer. Rahul, come on. Atish again. Atish has raised his hand. He did not get a turn. Atish, tell. Geeta said, let us finish our work.
Geeta proposed that they should finish their work.
Excellent. Geeta proposed that they should finish their work. Beta, please take this topic seriously, everybody. It's important from examination point of view. I'll take one more, the last one of this kind, Beta. Listen carefully. Let's have a name, John. John said, let us cook something nice. John said, let us cook something nice. Raise your hands, let me see. I think Yashi has not got a chance till now. Yashi, you tell. John said, let us cook something nice.
John proposed that they should cook something nice.
Very good. Too good, beta. Very nice. So we are done with this part as well. Let's move on to rules for conversion of exclamatory sentences. I told you that day if it is happiness, then it is exclaimed with happiness or exclaimed with delight. And if alas is used, it is exclaimed with sorrow. A quick revision of this, I'll speak sentences and you will change. Okay. He said, hurrah, tomorrow is a holiday. Be very careful in this change. He said, hurrah, tomorrow is a holiday. 3 hands already up. Yes, Sharma. Yes, let us give him a chance. He has not got. Yes, tell beta.
Ma'am, he exclaimed with delight that, ma'am, can you repeat?
He said, comma, inverted commas, hurrah, tomorrow is a holiday.
Ma'am, he exclaimed with delight that tomorrow is holiday.
Tomorrow, we change, we do some,
Ma'am,
what
the next day. The next day.
Excellent, excellent, bache. Very good. Tomorrow becomes next day.
Next day.
I'm coming up with too good, beta. I'm coming up with my next sentence. He said, alas. He said, alas, Rahul is dead. He said, alas, Rahul is dead. Let's have the same hands again. I'm seeing Vishwansh and Avika. That's all. Vishwansh, okay, tell.
Ma'am, he exclaimed with sorrow. Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
He said, alas, Rahul is dead.
Ma'am, he exclaimed with sorrow that Rahul is dead.
Is dead? What about the change in tense? Okay, some minor change has to be done. Let me see who will do this change. Aryan is the second one to raise hand. Aryan, give the answer.
Ma'am, Rahul exclaimed with sorrow that Rahul was dead.
Rahul अपने लिए बोल रहे sorrow I am dead.
Ma'am, sorry ma'am, he exclaimed with sorrow that Rahul was dead.
Yes, excellent, excellent. I thought Rahul's booth has come and he's telling everybody that I'm dead, I'm dead. So anyways, exclamatory sentences you people are doing very nicely. See, this is it. Alas is explained with sorrow and hurrah is explained with joy. Only this I want to explain, beta. Oh, we generally use with regret. What is regret? Actually, regret means pashtava. Okay? When you repent over something, that is regret. Let's have a sentence. He said, oh, we lost the match. He said, oh, exclamation mark, we have lost the match. Again, the same two hands are there. Yashi Shukla, the first one to raise hand. Yes, Yashi, answer.
Ma'am, please repeat the sentence.
He said, comma, inverted commas, oh, we have lost the match.
He exclaimed with regret that they had lost the match.
Excellent, very good. So 3 exclamations, exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with regret. So let us see if we can have one more. You decide on your own. It is happiness, sorrow, or regret. You people decide on your own. I'll just speak the sentences. He said, alas, listen carefully. He said, alas, the building fell down. It's already in past tense. Be very careful. He said, alas, the building fell down. Moksh, give the answer.
Ma'am, sorrow.
Beta, the entire sentence, look at the entire sentence. He said, alas, the building fell down. Be very careful in change of tenses over here. Moksh is trying. Who else? Oh, Nabil wants to try. Yes, Nabil, you want to try? Speak out. A little difficult sentence. Sure. Okay, let me ask Vishwansh again. Vishwansh, you wanted to answer?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, repeat the question.
He said, see, listen carefully. He said, alas, the building fell down.
Ma'am, he explained the sorrow that the building fell down, and fell down.
See, the sentence is correct, but tenses wala part is not correct. Somebody please correct the tenses. The tense part is not going correct. Now, whose hand is on the top? Atish. Atish, tell me. Okay, who else? Avika's hand is there. Avika, you wanted to try? Try.
Yes, ma'am. He said,
come on.
sorry, ma'am. He exclaimed with sorrow